Hi guys, welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I got sent a video this morning. We're going to watch it together. I'm just going to caution you now. It's a lot of personal things. It's all this stuff that, insinuating misinformation. But if you guys know who this is Donahue George. I made the video this weekend to educate the young man on how market caps are divided by the amount of shares, that's the float, and that's how a stock price is established. Unfortunately, he didn't like the manner in which I delivered it, and he's going to speak on that. So we'll watch this video. I'm not watching the whole thing. I got it to a point where I was like 3 minutes in. I go, okay, let me make a video about this so I can explain to him why he's so factually wrong. But this has nothing to do with that. The unfortunate part is this has nothing to do, this video, so far that I've seen, had anything to do with the information that was put out. It was actually, this is an attack just on, I guess, me and my childhood, and that's what I've heard so far. So let's go ahead and hear it.
We can agree to disagree. Is it possible that everything I say you're not going to agree with? Of course you're not going to agree with everything I say. Am I going to analyze things and you come to a different conclusion? Of course you're going to come to a different conclusion. I mean, that's the way the world works. You have archaeologists that look at the same evidence and come to different conclusions. You have scientists that look at the same evidence and come to different conclusions. So why would we, as retail investors, not look at the evidence and come to different conclusions? The difference is you don't have to be disrespectful and petty and mean because of it.
So we're going to deflect the information that was given. See, this is not the same. This is not coming to different conclusions. Donahue, I'm sorry to tell you this. You seem like an educated guy, smart guy. Math is the same in every language. I don't care if those aliens come onto this planet, math is the same. And that was the conversation. It's not an idea, it's factual. It's math. 1 + 1 = 2. And in this case, market cap divided by the float is actual price of the shares. There's nothing that's up for debate there. There's intrinsic value, there's book value, and then there's your ideas. That was the point of the video. But we'll hear what you have to say now that it's up for debate.
At first, I thought maybe he had some negative issues in childhood at an AMC theater. I was thinking, and I know I overanalyze things. That's one of my bad habits. I tend to overanalyze things. And I thought maybe he lost his girl in the AMC theater when he was a kid. Or maybe the bullies used to take his lunch money in the AMC theaters. So I thought that was why he was so aggressive and negative towards AMC investors. Because
I don't even think you understand what you're saying. So you're insinuating that something happened to me at an AMC movie theater. Okay, this is where you're going off the rails, right? You're getting away from the information. I didn't steal your money. Adam Aaron did. I didn't make up this investment and spam it out into the front of the world. Okay, Adam Aaron did with Trade Trades. You make hundreds of videos a month about AMC movie theaters. It's not me, it's you, right? But me, when I was growing up, there's no AMC movie theater within 100 miles from me, even today. There wasn't the 1,000 movie theaters footprint that it has right now, 900 movie theaters. Back in the day when I was growing up, there was like 200. But you know this, don't you? I mean, you're educated. But you think that because a girl or I lost my girl at the movie theater, I mean, this is all childish right now. Stick to the facts. That you blatantly don't understand what a market cap is and how you get share price from it. But more than that, this is how you combat the misinformation that you put out. You make a video talking about me individually, like personally. So we'll go ahead and do it.
I thought he had some childhood trauma in an AMC theater. But months after the initial contact with this individual, I see that he is petty and negative and aggressive with everybody. And this is definitely, in my opinion, and I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, but you can't be that negative and that petty and that aggressive unless you have unresolved issues that you're carrying from childhood.
Okay, so you just said that I'm that petty, that aggressive, and all the above. Did you know I'm that way for the truth? And I attack misinformation The only reason why I made a YouTube channel was because I was tired of watching misinformation being put out by trades. I've said this out loud. My very first video, Andrew No Money, trades, and Matthew Kors. I was upset that they were the only guys I could watch on, every day I wake up. So I don't think it's a childhood issue. I don't think it's unresolved anything. But apparently your information and that I have to correct, that's what triggered me. That's why it's me versus the world, because guess what? Misinformation is being put out by the masses. And then you got a guy like me who comes in and says, you know what? This is where they're factually wrong. And I only talk about things that are documented and are factual. But you're assuming a lot right now. I don't know what childhood you're talking about. I had a great upbringing. I mean, there's nothing more American than my upbringing. That's all I can tell you. But we'll go for it.
Something traumatic had to happen in this individual's life for him to be like this. You don't become this negative, this nasty, this petty on your own. Okay? Somebody did something to him in the past that has made his personality so negative. And usually, in my experience, and I've been around the world, I am well educated. I've been trained to diffuse situations. And this individual reeks to me of having unresolved issues that he really needs to go see a professional with.
It's funny. You say, I don't know what happened to this guy. And now you're giving me advice on how to seek, mental health. The unfortunate part, you know what happened to me is Adam Aaron happened. As in, he put out all this information and stole money from retail. And, he pushed out HYMC. He pushed out the idea of an ape unit. He then did, he pushing out this reverse stock. But even before that, just pushing it out to people, that's what really upset me. So that's what triggered me to go ahead and become this fighter for freedom and or correct information. The unfortunate part is that it's happening to you if you're invested, right? Still, like I sold my position, but you're still in. But you're not jaded and you're not hurt. This is who you are. A bundle of misinformation. Even now, you're trying to make, what is this, 8 minutes? 8-minute long video about me and my childhood. And the reason why I make the videos I do. Just know, it had nothing to do with my childhood. It has everything to do with what's happening today. And that's what you should be focused on. But yet you're focused on me.
And I believe that these unresolved issues are carried over into his professional life and into his personal life, because you can't turn this off and on. This is who he is. Okay? This is who he is. This is not something that you can turn off and on. He more than likely, and everyone knows that I have a BS in criminal justice, that I'm a retired officer, that, I have a Juris Doctorate. So I'm not speaking from a bad area. I'm just explaining what I'm seeing based on this individual's actions. No one acts like this without having internal issues that have to be resolved. So this specific YouTuber, you know exactly who you are. Please go see a professional. Go sit down with them. Sit down with them and find out why you are so negative. I think you're an intelligent guy. I think you do your research, but you undermine all of that with the way you approach people, the way you approach things. And I heard a rumor that you were in the military. So maybe the military made whatever childhood trauma you had worse. So maybe you should go to the VA and go see a psychologist. And if the psychologist connects that childhood trauma to something that happens in the military, you might even be entitled to VA disability benefits, because this might be PTSD. But I'm going to tell you something. No intelligent, emotionally stable person acts like you. Okay? They just don't. They just don't. I really think you need to see a professional. And I'm not going to call your name. Anyway, you please leave a comment. Do you think that a person who wasn't hurting inside, who didn't have unresolved childhood issues, would constantly act so negative and aggressive and petty? Anyway, have a great day.
Yeah, God bless you too, young man. Have a great day. So I want to know, where in that video did you did you dispute the information that was given in the video that I gave you? I actually tagged you on the video, I named you in the video, and you did none of the above in this video. My military days were great. My professional life is phenomenal. And as far as my family and I, were doing great. But thank you for worrying about me. Just know that if you put out misinformation, I still come toe-to-toe with you, no matter who you are. I've never approached you at all, Donahue, until this video that I just made, because it was misinformation. But instead, what you do is you put your hands up and say, oh, this guy's scary. Oh, he's a bully. I'm not a bully. I'm not this individual who has trauma from childhood and or at an AMC movie theater. Never been to one in my life. Well, I've been to one, but don't go there routinely, no, and I don't go looking for it. I think Universal Studios was the last one. But other than that, you're going to be okay, young man. You're going to get your information correct, hopefully one day. But attacking me, making this video about me where it's all wrong, this is good for a Monday morning, guys. Pay attention. AMC's up to $5. I don't know where you plan on getting out at, but Donahue, keep putting out misinformation, and I'll keep calling you out. This doesn't deter me from telling you exactly what's happening with your failed investment. Good luck. You're going to need a lot of it. Peace.